Hello guys, one more time, and let's start our chapter 3, which is evaluating firms' internal capabilities. As you know, my name is Panji Husnudin. Before starting the presentation, let's talk about some uh, learning objectives for the class. And the learning objectives include describe the resource-based view and how it differs from the SCP model, which was covered in the previous chapter, which in the chapter 2. Describe the VRIO framework, and how it relates to the resource-based view. Be able to apply the VRIO framework to identify the competitive implication of a firm's resource and capabilities, and discuss important implications of the resource-based view, including how value chain analysis can be used to identify a firm's valuable resources and capabilities, and the kinds of resources and capabilities that are likely to be costly to imitate, how a firm uses its structure, formal and informal, control processes, compensation policy to exploit its resources, and etc. So, what does internal analysis tell us? Internal analysis provides a comparative look at a firm's capabilities. What are the firm's strengths? What are the firm's weaknesses? How do these strengths and weaknesses compare to competitors? The theory behind internal analysis, the resource-based view, for example, developed to answer the question, why do some firms achieve better economic performance than others, used to help firms achieve competitive advantage and superior economic performance, assumes that a firm's resources and capabilities are the primary drivers of competitive advantage and economic performance. Resource-based view resources and capabilities, resources, tangible and intangible assets of a firm. Tangible, that's with its name, tangible, that's a we can say factors, product intangibles, and reputation. Used to conceive of and implement strategies. Capabilities. Capabilities, a subset of resources that enable a firm to take full advantage of other resources. For example, marketing skill, cooperative relationships, and others. So in here you can see resource-based view. What are the machinery? Are there resources or capabilities? Firms assess machinery, collective product design skill, recruiting skill, engineering skill of individuals, mineral deposits, and etc. Are these resources or capabilities? Please, you guys can explain this and you guys can answer this. Machinery, it's a resource, right? Collective product design skill. What are they? Collective product design skill. That's capability. Recruiting skill capital, engineering skill of individual, that's capital. Mineral deposit, that's resources. So, four categories of resources. Financial. Financial resource includes cash, retained earnings. Physical resource, plant, equipment, geographic locations, and human skills and abilities of individuals, right? Organizational structure, resource, what are the organizational structure? Organizational structures are reporting structures, relationships. In here, you can see two critical assumptions of the resource-based view. Resource heterogeneity. Different firms may have different resources. Resource immobility. It may be costly for firms without certain resources to acquire or develop them. Some resources may not spread from firm to firm easily. What do these assumptions really mean? If one firm has resources that are valuable and other firms don't, and if other firms can imitate these resources without incurring high costs, then the firm possessing the valuable resource will likely gain a sustained competitive advantage. What is this resource heterogeneity? Heterogeneity of resource typically occurs as a result of bundling the resources and capabilities of a firm. Managers of a firm could take resources that seem homogeneous and bundle them to create heterogeneous combinations. Competitive advantage typically stems from several resources and capabilities bundled together. The video from framework for important questions, and here I have written in Uzbek language and in English language. So Value, that's a kıymat. Rarity, noyoplik. Imitability, it's a taklit kılış. And organization, that's a organization, it's tashkilat. So, if a firm has resources that are valuable, rare, and costly to imitate, and the firm is organized to exploit these resources, then this firm can expect to enjoy a sustained competitive advantage. So, I repeat again. If a firm has a resource that are valuable, rare, costly to imitate, and the firm is organized to exploit these resources, then the firm can expect to enjoy a sustained competitive advantage. What I mean by that? So, applying the tool, a resource or bundle of resources are subjected to each question to determine the competitive implication of the resources. Each question is considered in a comparative sense, competitive environment. The question of value. In theory, does the resource enable the firm to exploit an external opportunity or neutralize an external threat? The practical. Does the resource result in an increase in revenues, decrease in costs, or some combination of the two? Levi's reputation, everyone knows about the Levi's brand, right? Levi's reputation allows it to charge a premium for its Dockers pants because Levi's has a value. So, rarity. The question of rarity is, if a resource is not rare, then perfect competition dynamics are likely to be observed. Example, no competitive advantage, no above normal profits. A resource must be rare enough that perfect competition hasn't set in. Thus, there may be other firms that possess the resources, but still few enough that there is scarcity. Several pharmaceuticals sell cholesterol lowering drugs, but the drugs are still scarce. Look at the prices, right? In reality, you can check the prices. So in here, we talk about valuable and rare. If a firm's resources are not valuable, then the firm can expect competitive disadvantage. If a firm's resources are valuable but not rare, that's a competitive parity. If a firm's resources are valuable and rare, then the firm can expect competitive advantage, at least for temporary. So, the question of imitability, the cost to imitate. The temporary competitive advantage of valuable and rare resource can be sustained only if competitors face a cost disadvantage in imitating the resources. Intangible resources are usually more costly to imitate than tangible resources. For example, you know guys, intangible resources and tangible resources, right? Here are example. Harley Davidson's, everyone knows Harley Davidson's, right? Harley Davidson's styles may be easily imitated, but its reputation cannot. A reputation, it's a resource which is intangible. But the styles can be tangible, right? You can guys have some clothes, shirts, trouser, or whatever. Then that's a tangible that you can touch. If there are high costs of imitation, then the firm may enjoy a period of sustained competitive advantage. A sustained competitive advantage will last only until a duplicate or substitute emerges. If a firm has a competitive advantage, others will attempt to imitate it. For example, Razor scooters were a big hit and others quickly imitated them. Now there are a lot of scooters around here, right? Cost of imitation. Unique historical conditions, for example, Caterpillar, that I work here. You can see the brand also in here. I work for the company. Unique historical condition, we can say Caterpillar. First mover advantage and past dependence. Caterpillar is a very, very international, more than 60 billion annual profit. It has an annual profit. So, applying the Virio framework, casual ambiguity, Southwest Airlines, HR. Casual links between resources and competitive advantage may not be understood. Bundles of resources fog these casual links, right? So social complexity, word perfect. You guys have used already. That's right? The social relationships entailed in resources may be so complex that managers cannot manage them, or replicate them. And patents. Patents may be a two-edged sword. Two-edged sword. Of a period of protection if the firm is able to defend its patent rights. Required disclosure may actually decrease the cost of imitation and the timing. Applying the Virio framework, the value, rarity, and imitability. If a firm's resources are valuable, rare, but not costly to imitate, the firm can expect temporary competitive advantage. Right? If a firm's resources are valuable, rare, costly to imitate, then that's the firm who has this valuable, rare, and costly to imitate product or services. The firm can expect sustained competitive advantage if organized appropriately. Guys, don't confuse this, and please pay attention and repeat it again, okay? You guys can review, you can watch my online classes, and in other classes I will explain with all details and glossary chapters. I will do some glossaries, I will show you guys, and I will explain some the glossary chapters, I mean the glossary units, then you guys can understand it. So the question of organization. The firm structure and control mechanism must be aligned so as to give people ability and incentive to exploit the firm's resources. Examples: formal and informal reporting structures, management controls, compensation policies, relationships, and so on. This structure and control mechanisms complement other firm resources taken together. They can help a firm achieve sustained competitive advantage. For example, 3M company. So in here, you guys can see valuable, rare, costly to imitate, exploit by organization, competitive implications. Valuable, no, no, disadvantage, yes, no, parity, yes, yes, no, temporary advantage, yes, 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 it's a sustained advantage. So that's the last. Valuable, rare, cost limited, exploit organization, competitive implication, and economic implications. No, no, disadvantage, that's below normal. Yes, no, parity, normal. Yes, yes, no, temporary advantage. And an economic implications, it's above normal. If there are all of them yes, that's a sustained advantage, which means above normal. Okay, guys. So it was the end of the online class for today. If you guys have any questions, you are welcome to ask in the comment part. I will surely definitely uh, reply to your questions or comments. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.